out an ideal filming setup, because when I film my videos back there, it's often pretty dark and I would really like to film closer to the window. So I'm trying to figure out how I can do that. I have this table, but it's a little bit low and it also belongs in the living room. So, and I also just don't feel like we need another table in here. I think it would just be like take up a lot of space. So I'm gonna see if I can build like a fake table on this table and just kind of move this table to the window. And this, let me show you what I'm thinking. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm thinking doing like a box and then putting the cutting board on top and then pushing this whole thing closer to the window. Because as much as I want to move, I just don't think it's realistic in the near future. So I want to make something work. And yeah, we'll see. It might be a little bit wobbly, so I feel like it's a short-term solution. I want to do some research and maybe see if I can get like a more sturdy box or like a table maybe that I can fold up and put away when I'm not using it. So this is the setup so far, and I think it would work fine, except for you can see in the screen that that it cuts off right here. So this cutting board would have to be just a little bit longer for it to make sense, but I will find a solution. I'm gonna figure this out later, and I'm gonna go meet Monique at a closet sale that's kind of close by, and she said there's lots of people and lots of cute stuff, but hopefully it doesn't start raining. Okay, this is the setup I have finalized. I have this little table, I just decided to keep it, and then I put this cutting board on top of some books, and it actually is looking pretty good. So we'll see how the actual video turns out. I'm currently baking. It's kind of hard to show you. It's very bright, but I'm baking a cake right here. It's a chocolate roll cake with a really yummy kind of like egg yolk buttercream inside, and I'm also gonna do a coffee soak. But the thing about this stupid mixer is like the lowest setting is pretty much like an insanely fast setting. So of course when I want to go start the mixer, powdered sugar went all over here and all down here, like on the cords and stuff like that. So I definitely have a lot of cleanup to do. It's literally everywhere. Okay, so this is what I made. You can't really see, but it's basically these little rolls. It's like a chocolate hazelnut cake roll with a really creamy like vanilla butter frosting or filling, definitely not frosting. And it has a coffee soak, and I wasn't able to get that much video of it earlier, but Lucas literally ate half of it, which I don't know how. But I have a few pieces left, and we already ate a bunch, so I'm gonna leave these for my neighbor upstairs with a little note. Okay, I'm going to dinner. This is my outfit. I have a lot jerf, and then some suede boots. And we're going to Birds of Feather, and I'm so excited. I've been really wanting to develop a bagel recipe. I haven't made bagels in, I feel like 10 years. So this might actually take a while because I started on this dough and I'm realizing that I'm definitely gonna have to test it a few more times. I want to make egg bagels, but it doesn't look very eggy. If you've had an egg bagel, which I'm sure you have, or you know what it is, it's supposed to be pretty yellow. So I should have added more egg yolks. I thought I added enough egg yolks because there's 4 egg yolks total, 2 whole eggs and then 2 yolks, but I think I have to maybe increase it to like 6 even and just use less egg white. So I'm gonna let this proof. I'm gonna cover it with some saran wrap, and yeah, my kitchen is not warm right now, so I might put it in the oven for a little bit, but hopefully we get a good proof and I can shape it into bagels. My concern though is that my oven hasn't really been cooperating very well. It will turn on, but then it will heat up well, but it won't heat from the top. So because it's a gas oven, all the heat comes from the bottom and it doesn't circulate very well. So when I made these buns a few weeks ago, the bottoms got really dark and there was barely any browning on the top, which is not ideal. So that's kind of my main concern right now, but I guess since this is a first test, I'm just gonna have to try it and see how it goes, and then kind of play around with the oven too. So I'm gonna let this sit for probably an hour, and then we'll be back to check on it. Okay, I tested the bagels, or I started rolling them out, and I definitely have to work on my rolling technique. It's so much harder to actually do it than people make it look, and I haven't made bagels, as I said before, in a really long time. And I just watched a video too about how to roll them well, but it was, yeah, it just, like this one doesn't look too bad, but then we have this one that looks terrible, and I tried fixing it but didn't really work. Okay, the video cut off because I got a phone call, but here's a closer look. They look very mid, but I'm gonna cover them in some saran wrap, and I'm gonna put them in the fridge because I know that bagels benefit from having a slow chilled rise. I'm not gonna have time to let them chill or let them rise for that long, probably maybe just a few hours. And then I'm gonna run some errands, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna try to bake them. And I might also stop on my way back to get some lox and maybe some chives or something like that. I was so busy shooting my video that I forgot to film for the YouTube video, but here they are. This one actually looks decent. Some of the other ones don't look quite as good. I'm definitely gonna have to test this recipe a few more times. Like this one looks a little crazy, and they just don't taste like egg bagels. They kind of taste more like a pretzel, if that makes sense. So here they are, and also this is where I've been filming, this little table. Here's the inside. Like it looks okay, it tastes okay, but there's not that much flavor. So that was kind of it, and I seasoned some of them with Eddie's grocery bagel spice, and then some with just flaky sea salt. And I hope it's not too distracting that I oftentimes just film holding the camera up. Sometimes it's just hard to find a place to actually put the camera. It's like right here. I usually have my tripod, but I put it away and I don't feel like taking it back out. So I don't want to throw these away though, so I think I'm gonna put them in little like freezer bags, and then I'll put them in the freezer for Lucas to eat throughout the week if he wants. Here's a closer look at what the bagel looks like inside. Pretty nice and toasty on the bottom, which I don't mind, but they kind of also deflated a little bit as they sat. Okay, it's Monday and I've been working from home today, and it's a little bit rainy. It's almost 1 and I have yet to step outside today, which usually when I do that, when I don't go outside earlier in the morning, I start to get a little bit stir crazy. So I need to bring myself for a walk, and I actually am on a serious hunt for rhubarb because I'm developing a recipe for work in the test kitchen this week. And I also want to make a recipe this weekend for my personal Substack. And I have not been able to find it anywhere yet. I feel like all the grocery stores who have sold it, people have been snagging it so fast. And I haven't been at the Union Square Farmers Market in, I feel like a year, because it's just always kind of feels like a trek from where I live. So I figured that I would do that now, and it'd be a nice way to just get out of the apartment for a little bit, and hopefully I'll be able to find some rhubarb. If they don't have that, then I'm gonna have to postpone that recipe to another week, but it is like April 7th, so they should have it. I feel like it's now like kind of in fall peak season. The only thing is though, I don't know if they're gonna have, they might have regular rhubarb, they might not have forest rhubarb, which forest rhubarb is the very pink kind, and for the actual recipe it doesn't matter that much, but it's just gonna look a lot prettier if I can find forest rhubarb, because it just has less green on it. So yes, okay, pray for me, and we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything else, but that's like my main mission. Finding any rhubarb. I'm honestly not that surprised, and there weren't even that many vendors there today, which kind of makes sense because it is Monday and I feel like there's just not going to be as many people who go as on the weekend. But then I just went to Whole Foods after and I got some groceries, but kind of the main thing that I got or that I needed at Whole Foods are these brioche buns. Now I have to do some video editing. I have to fix the video that I delivered last week I just wrote the text wrong, so I actually think I might have deleted it, so I might have to re-edit it somewhat. I'm gonna do that, and then we have a few meetings, and that's pretty much it for the day. And then yeah, I'll see you guys in the test kitchen tomorrow. But it's really quiet in here so far. It's just me. I'm sure Noah and Justin will probably be here soon, but yeah, probably gonna be a quiet day.
That's not right.
Wait, did you make tempeh?
Yeah, but I think I let it go.
Oh, this is mold.
This is all wrong.
Can I see?
It's not supposed to look like that.
You shouldn't eat this.
No.
Look at that.
Look at that.
No, it tackles.
No, it tackled. And you tackled. Okay, this does look great, but this looks a little too
It's a little,
fluffy.
yeah, it's like, yeah. When I
Explain what it is.
This is a Ramos Gin Fizz. It's kind of like a notoriously hard or difficult cocktail to make. You have to shake it for a really long time, but if you do it right, you can see you get this like head of foam that comes up above the glass. And this is like my second or third time trying it, and I missed it.
You should see how high you can get it.
Should we keep going?
Yeah, I would keep going. I'm really curious.
How do you get it higher?
Well, you have to keep pouring in this well.
Okay, wait,
eventually
keep going.
It's gonna like
Fall over.
it's gonna collapse eventually. Oh my God, you fucking fizzed it.
That took some trial and error.
It's so sick. All right, you ready?
I'm gonna. Whoa.
There you go.
You overfizzed.
Whoa, over fizzing. Is it milk?
It's cream, egg white, gin, citrus, orange flower water.
Wow. What are you making?
Curried everything matzo.
Shit. So yellow.
I know, right?
It just tastes like a cream soda.
We finally got some rhubarb. It's not the most like crisp rhubarb ever, but it will do the job.
Versus the bar spoon is like
Justin's masterpiece. They're so thin. I'm home and it's still light out, so I figured I would try and film something for my TikTok. I haven't been that great about posting on TikTok recently, and I want to be more consistent. And I'm making a cake this weekend, but I know that cakes obviously take so much work, so I don't want to get to the weekend and then have to make all the components. So I thought I would make a Swiss meringue buttercream and film it. So many people already know how to make one, but there's also a lot of people who don't know how to make one. So I thought I would show people how to do it, and it's so easy. And with just like a few little tips, you can make it full. You can make it perfect every time. So I'm just standing here and trying to get the sugar to dissolve in the egg white. Still have a way to go. For the Swiss meringue buttercream, I almost always use Erin McDowell's recipe on Food 52. I've used it so many times and I just can count on it. And then I kind of just riff on that. But usually her recipe, I think calls for 5 egg whites. But I only had 3, and honestly, I don't need that much frosting for the cake because I'm just gonna use it for the outside and not the inside. So I figured 3 would probably be enough. I think it'll make maybe like 3 cups instead of 4, maybe. So we'll see. And then I just typed it into ChatGPT, the recipe, and I asked it to help me figure out exactly how much I needed of the rest of the ingredients. So it just, I think it ended up being like 60% rather than the full recipe. I totally forgot to show the frosting, but here it is. I put it away in a storage container already because I'm gonna freeze it and I'm gonna use it this weekend when I bake the cake. But it's super light and fluffy. I'm only a little bit concerned that I didn't make quite enough. I'm about to get ready for work, but I'm just sitting here and I'm eating some avocado toast. I usually try to eat a lot of protein in the mornings, but we ran out of eggs last night, so I will probably just bring some protein powder and make a smoothie at work or something for a snack later. But I was gonna go for a walk or go for a run this morning, but I really wanted to get this Substack article up instead. And I'm starting this new series where I talk about the development process in like a little newsletter instead, because I want to post more, but I just don't have the ability to develop that many recipes outside of work for my Substack a week. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to take some inspiration from my day in the life working in a test kitchen videos, where I talk a lot about fails and the development process and my thought process behind the recipe. And also Nicole Lamb has like a great Substack where she talks about her development process. So that was also partially the inspiration behind it, but mostly just I wanted to take my personal series and put it onto like not paper, but do it in like an article form. So the first one is going live at 8 a.m. so in 20 minutes, and it's all about the egg bagels that I made on Sunday, and it's kind of about what worked, what didn't work, what I'm going to change for the next time. I think also I'm going to make a homemade cream cheese for the next one and do a ramp flavor thanks to a subscriber recommendation. And talk a little bit about, just like the behind the scenes of how I developed it and whatnot. So hopefully, even if it doesn't do well, I just think it's kind of fun, and it's also like writing about this comes really easily to me, so I don't have to think too much about what it is I'm writing, which is great, especially since I'm not a writer. So I'm going to try to do this with most recipes going forward, at least the ones that I develop in my home kitchen, not at work. I'm finally working on the chorizo and sun-dried pasta that I've been meaning to do for the past like 2 weeks. Ingredients. Then here's the chorizo, and here's where I'm going to film the recipe.
Those
are scary.
hot peeps.
Peep.
Say that 3 times fast.
Dr. Pepper peep, Dr. Pepper peep, Dr. Pepper peep.
I'm scared.
These are crazy.
I like when the peeps are bunnies, not when they're...
Does it taste like Dr.
A lot
Pepper?
of thinking.
A very faint
Just
Dr.
like
Pepper.
peeps.
Yeah, it's mostly marshmallow, but you can get the
Little peas and carrots.
Like crunchy? Sour.
The carrot is the perfect gummy texture.
Those are so cute. So I just got back from work and I had the crazy idea to make some rhubarb donuts, and it actually works out because it's still pretty light in my apartment. It's about 5:45, and I forgot my camera at work, so I can't do a lot of this, but I have rhubarb start, and here it's going to be a small batch. The recipe is going to be about 8 or 16. I think 8 small ones. This combo is going to cook for about 15 minutes or so, and then I'm going to put the donuts and then fill them, and then done on the inside, so I cooked them for a little bit longer. They're really good. I think I would make a few changes. I think the raspberry, or I think the rhubarb, is still a little bit tart, so I might add a little bit more sugar. And also the dough is just a little bit more like a bun dough than a donut dough, although it's really good. I think I just want it to overall be a little bit lighter. Headed to work. I really don't feel like wearing a big jacket today, so I'm gonna wear this big fleece. It's my favorite purchase probably. And then these are the shoes that I got at the sale last weekend, and they're little Gucci slides, and they're so cute and also so comfy. Excited for a day of cooking. I have a lot of fun things that I'm working on today. I am gonna make a, what am I making? A passion fruit custard for the cupcakes that I'm making. And I made them yesterday, so I don't have to make them today. And then I'm gonna make a frosting to frost these. And then I'm also gonna work on a pie crust, where I'm gonna do a raspberry lemon tart. So I'm gonna do a pâté sucré, which is kind of like a sweet-ish tart crust, and it's really good for sweet tarts. And then I'm gonna do a lemon curd also upon the passion fruit curd, and then I'm gonna top the whole thing with raspberries, and then maybe do like a gelatin glaze on top. And then Annie has a guest from Nitro Bar. She's the person who runs it, which is really exciting. So they're gonna make a rhubarb syrup. And then Noah is making a steak sandwich, which is gonna be really good. And I know he's concerned about his buns, his steak. Yeah, he's like perched up on the counter right now, so we'll see. I'm excited for those though. And then we also have a pizza party today, which is fun. These look so good.
And so I pulled it.
Whoa, it smells so good over here. Don't mind
thanks.
bagging. Yeah. So perched.
Sorry.
Like,
I was gonna cut it open to see, or do you want me
either
to pull it
maybe
out?
pull it, but also I don't want you to have to waste one.
Well, this one, see, it's not scored in the same way.
Okay.
So we'll give this one out.
It's a misfit.
Are you ready?
Ready?
With TJ Fridays and Applebee's in terms of quality. And I have
that looks good.
now
Damn, that
been
looks
so
good.
schooled in how much that isn't the case. So different. I know. And I regret it because the last time I think I had chili was that chili.
They have their enchilada different.
Well, don't you get that? What's like, isn't their appetizer samplers like their something? Not bad, right?
But then they have the three.
Need
They
more
have a
caraway.
We're walking to check out the pizza party. So pretty. Okay, here's the final tart. I got this cute monster glass cake stand. And I'm gonna put some mint on it too. Okay, I put some mint on it, and I wasn't really sure how else to decorate it. All the mint leaves were pretty big, but I think it looks pretty cute.